Mhm. I'm just sitting here reading The Reshaping of Education and the Training of Youth. Yeah. Hmm. The Nazi conspirators reshaped the educational system. Now, Hitler once said, yes, stated, when an opponent declares, I will not come over to your side, and you will not get me on, and you will not get me on your side, yeah, I calmly say, your child belongs to me already. Now, a people lives forever. What are you? Yes. You will pass on. Your descendants, however, now stand in the camp. In a short time, they will know nothing else but this community. Now, Hitler said on the 1st of May of 1937, yes, the youth of today is ever the people of tomorrow. Yeah. For this reason, we have set before ourselves the task of inoculating our youth with the spirit of this community of the people at a very early age, at an age when human beings are still unperverted and therefore unspoiled. This Reich and its building itself up for the future upon its youth, and this Reich will give its youth to no one, but will itself take youth, and to youth its own education, its own upbringing. Now, I did notice in the last day or two the youth, yes, the Youth, yeah, the Y of the United Nations, Apple, cross eye, yeah. And I thought I was going to take the children of the United States. It's obvious to me that those in office don't respect the actual parenting rights of Americans. You know, as many times as I told you that you can't use forgeries or fraud to issue court orders. Yeah. You refuse to enforce my rights, the rights of my sons, and then of course there's this issue of that picture of Legina in a Rotary newsletter. Yeah. Do any of her teachers know that Mike Van Proyen had interfered with the custody rights of his wife? Now, I mentioned Rotary and Foursquare. Could you get me Legina School? I'm going to have to take the children. My personal experience is that you, the Nazis that do not see, yes, you do not see forgery. No. You do not see fraud. Mm-mm. You do not see the constitutional violations of the guarantees of the Constitution. You do not see the lawsuits. Yes. See, in your mind, you had the right to do what you did. But the Constitution says that you cannot deprive anyone of life, liberty, or property without due process of law. Now, it's obviously that we have some Nazi influence in the state. Why don't we call the Office of Supervision of Public Instruction? Yeah. And then get me the last 50 years of employees in that office. And then for the civil rights coordinators that do not see, you obviously don't appreciate the actual rights of students. And then there's the homeless liaison and the McKinney-Vento laws. Why don't you get me each of the employees in each and every school everywhere in the state? Yes. From those that work in custodial, yeah, to the teachers that have teacher certification, yeah, to those in the administration, the principals, the superintendents, and the actual employees of the individual schools. Now I'm sitting here, yes, explaining to you what the Nazis did, and what we do not see is the youth of this nation. I'm going to have them all. You no longer have the certification necessary to teach children. Yes. And as much as you said, well, we just have to do it like this. Yes. Your way of doing things happens to violate the laws of the United States. Now, for all of you that said we have to have schools, no, we don't. We do not have to employ Nazis that do not see right now. We as a nation have no obligation to employ those as the actual employees of schools that do not see, yes, child abuse, child neglect, yes, child civil rights violations, and the homeless, abuse and neglect of children that are kidnapped and abducted. Now, as a father, I'm going to sue for the closure of every school right now. No, what you do not see, yes, is you do not see that we, as a nation, do not have an obligation to employ those that refuse to acknowledge the laws of the United States. It's better to not educate, yes, than employ those that are Nazis. Which, see, when you do not see the violating of the laws, yes, we as a nation have an obligation to not see you employed. Now, it seemed that, yes, you thought we had an obligation to employ you, yes, because of compulsory education of students, yes. But as a parent, yes, when I do not see, I have an obligation to protect, yes, the youth in each and every school district from the Nazis that do not see forgery. They do not see fraud, yes. They do not see the violating of the guarantees of the Constitution. They have refused to see the laws of the United States. So you get me the last 50 years of employees in every school, in every state of the United States. GPS their location. Yes, you get me their assets right now.